Okay. So, the metals and non-metals what we study is that so generally the elements are classified into two types called metals and non-metals. Generally metals are electropositive in nature, and examples like iron, aluminum, silver, copper, gold, platinum, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, these all are the metals. Yes, 1 minute. These are the metals. And what are the non-metals? Non-metals are the elements with the electronegative. Electronegative means what? The ability of gaining the electrons. So, they gain the electrons and they become negatively charged. So, that is why they are called as the electronegative. Okay, electronegative elements. Okay, example carbon, sulfur and phosphorus, right? Then some properties we discussed here. What are the important properties of the metals? Metals are malleable. Malleable means what? They can be beat into the thin sheets. Okay. On beating with hammer, we can make them into the thin sheets. Ductile. Ductile means what? Which can be drawn into the thin wires. And they are the good conductors of heat and electricity, means they allow to flow the heat and electricity through them. That experiment also we studied. Then come to the appearance. Appearance, how they appear? They lustrous. So generally metals will shine. When you go to the gold shop, how? The zigzag. Okay. So that will shine. Yes or no? So generally not only gold, but all the freshly cut metals will shine. So that property is called as the lustrous. What is called luster or lustrous property, we can say. Is this clear? Yes or no? Metallic luster. And metals are very hard, so we cannot break like this because they are very hard. So metals are very hard. Okay. And density, they have more denser also comparatively non-metal. Okay. Then come to the next properties, melting point and boiling points. Melting point means what? The converting the solid into liquid. Okay. So when you to melt them, we need very high temperature. So their melting points are very high, and the boiling points also very high, and they are generally they are solids at room temperature. Okay. Metals are at solid at room temperature, and they are sonorous. Sonorous means what? They produces a loud sound. Okay. So these properties are the properties of metals. Is this clear? Right. Now come to the some exceptional properties. Exceptional means what? Okay. So here you see some exceptional properties. Generally, I said you that metals are the good conductors and non-metals are the bad conductors, means poor conductors. But there are some non-metals are there, like a graphite. So graphite is a non-metal. Remember, today we are going to discuss question answers and you have to answer them. Okay. So graphite is a non-metal. Graphite is not a metal, but it is a good conductor. This is exceptional case. Remember here. Okay. And similarly, iodine is also non-metal, but it is lustrous. Lustrous means what? Is shiny. So generally non-metals are not lustrous, but here iodine is non-metal, but it is lustrous. Similarly, you see diamond is also allotropic form of carbon, which is non-metal. Okay. Diamond is also a non-metal, but it is one of the hardest material that available in the nature. So this is the hardest substance. Okay. And we said that metals are hard. Okay. But there are some metals are there which are very soft, like sodium and potassium. See here, sodium and potassium, they are very soft and they can cut with the knife also. And then what we some exceptional, generally metals are at room temperature, they are solid at room temperature. But here you see here, mercury is a metal, but it is a liquid at room temperature. Yes or no? And then you see the metals, we have the high melting and boiling points we said, but here sodium and potassium, you see they have the low melting and boiling points. Mercury, cesium, gallium, these all are metals, but they have low melting and boiling points. And diamond is a non-metal, but still it has high melting and boiling points. And sodium and potassium, lithium, these are having the low densities. These are exceptional cases. Exceptional means what? A little different from general properties. Is this clear to you? So you have to read all this I said. I hope that you might have read, because today we are going to solve some question and answers. Okay. Now then come to the reactions. Just let us see. So reactions with oxide, metals will react with oxide to form the metal oxides. Okay. And generally metal oxides are basic in nature. How they are? Basic. Okay. Basic in nature. So they turn. Okay. Basic means what? They turn red litmus to blue litmus. How they turn? Red litmus to blue litmus. Okay. But some type of metal oxides like aluminum oxide and zinc oxide also. Okay. And zinc oxide, they are amphoteric. What are they? Amphoteric. Amphoteric means what? Which have both behaves like acids and bases. Okay. They have both acidic and basic properties. So you can see okay, aluminum oxide and zinc oxide shows both acid as well as basic behavior. So such which can show both the two types of properties are called amphoteric. So these oxides are amphoteric. Which oxides? Aluminum oxide and zinc oxide. Okay, but generally metal oxides are what? Basic in nature. So see here, alkali. Alkali means what? The water soluble bases. What are they? Water soluble bases. So the bases which are soluble in water, they are called as okay, alkalis. Okay, then we discussed with metals react with water. Metal when react with water, they form metal oxide and liberate the hydrogen gas. See here, so these are the potassium and sodium. They react with the okay, water and releasing the hydrogen gas. Okay, and magnesium do not react with the cold water. They react with the hot water. Okay, and aluminum, zinc, they do not react with cold water and hot water, but they react with steam. They react with water, steam, because the reactivity is less. And when you come to the metals such as lead, copper, silver, gold, they do not react with water at all. You have to remember this all. Sodium and potassium are highly reactive. They can react with the water. When they react with the water, they can catch the fire also. They can catch water, fire. So that's what they are stored under kerosene. Okay, potassium and sodium, they are stored under which? Kerosene. Kerosene they store. Okay, and next they react even with the cold water also. But magnesium do not react with the cold water, it react with the hot water. Okay, and aluminum and iron are less reactive than the magnesium, so they do not react with hot water also, they react with the steam. Okay, and then okay, some metals are there like lead, copper, silver, gold, they do not react with any type of water. Okay, so they are least reactive. And metals react with acids to liberate the hydrogen gas. Okay, metals when they react with the acids, they liberate the hydrogen gas. Next, metals okay displaces, this I said no, metals, reactive metals displaces less reactive metals from their compounds. Like see, iron is more reactive, copper is less reactive. So iron is displacing the copper from the copper sulfate and forming the iron sulfate. So such type of reactions are called what? Displacement reactions. What they are called? Displacement. Okay, displacement reactions. In this displacement reactions, the higher means more reactive elements displaces lower reactive element. So how to know the reactivity? This series. Okay, till here I think we discussed. Yes or no? So the next topic we didn't discuss this one. Okay, we leave it now. Now okay, we close this one, then we'll have okay some question answers we solved today. Chalo, so here you can see the metals and non-metals. Can you see the questions here?
Yes, sir.
Chalo, you have to answer now one by one. Okay, right.
Yes.
So here we have the three types of levels are there. Okay, one is called level 1. So these are very simple one. Level 1 means. Then we'll have the level 2. Okay, then we have the level 3. So one by one there, okay, the difficulty level will be increases. Yes, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now see the first question. A substance can be identified as a metal or non-metal by its, means what? One substance, okay, by seeing that, okay, how can you say that given substance is a metal or a non-metal? So here four are given. First one, by seeing its hardness, or by seeing its density, or by seeing its electrical conductivity, or all of this. Which is the right answer?
All of this.
Very good. So the answer is all of this. You got materials of this one?
Sir?
Did you get this material? Means do you have this material?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir. Tomorrow will come.
Ah,
See.
okay. So if you have a material, then you can open the material and you can answer there also. Okay. Now, second question. Definition of metal, occurrence of metal. So this is from introduction. This is from definitions of metal. Now, the element which is malleable, ductile and good conductor of heat and electricity. Such elements are what? Comes under what? Is it a metal or a non-metal or a metalloid or noble gas? What it is?
Metal.
Metal, because it's a malleable, it's a ductile, it's a good conductor of heat and electricity, so the answer is metal. So here A is the right answer. Okay?
Yes.
Right. Now come to the next one. The metal which is soft. Now see here, four metals are given. Do you know the symbols of those elements? Na stands for what?
Salt.
Sodium. Al stands for
Aluminum.
aluminium. Cu stands for
C.
copper. Cu stands for copper. And Pb stands for lead. Plumbum. Plumbum means what? Lead. Now in this four, which is the soft metal? What happened? Soft, which can cut with the knife.
Lead, sir.
No, yaar. So see here in the this one, where is that slide? So here you can see in this slide, sodium. Here you can see where it is. So here, see, while sodium and potassium being metals, so here this point here, while sodium and potassium being metals are soft enough to be cut with the knife. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So sodium is our answer. Okay, sodium is the answer. You have to learn all. So here answer is sodium. The metal which is soft is what? Sodium. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then go to the next one. What happens? It's not going up. Chalo. Now come to the fourth and fifth. Acha, fourth is done, is no? Now non-metal forms what? This also we discussed here. Non-metal forms cation, anion, both A and B, and do not forms ions. Cation means what? Positively charged ion. Anion means what? Negatively charged ions. And both means what? Positive and negative. Do not form means what? They are not forming any type of ions. So now you say non-metals is what? Is it a positively charged ion it forms or negatively charged ion it forms?
Negative.
Negatively, very good boy. Already in the PPT it is there. Okay.
Yes.
So the answer is negatively charged means what? Anions. You have to write the answer. What you have to write?
Anions.
Anions. Anions you have to write. Okay, B is the right answer. Now then come to the here. Metals are generally dash at room temperature. Metals generally at
Solid.
solid. Very good. A is the right answer here. Good boy. Next, which of the following metal exists as liquid at room temperature? Which metal exists as liquid at room temperature? Huh?
Mercury.
Mercury, very good. Mercury. Where we use this mercury?
In thermometers.
Thermometers, very good boy. Next, the property by virtue of which substances can be drawn into the thin wires. So, which property is that?
Ductility, sir.
Ductility, very good. So, ductility means what? Which can be made into the thin wires is called ductility. What is our malleability then? Acha.
In sheets, sir.
So now see the ninth question. The property of metals by which they can be beaten into thin sheets is called what?
Malleability. Malleability.
Yeah, that is called malleability. Malleability means what? Which can be made into thin sheets. So what is the answer here?
D.
D is the right answer. Very good. Next, sodium and potassium are dash than water. Now say this one.
Heaviness.
No, they are lighter than the water. They have low density. They float on the water. They float on the water and they catch the fire. Is this clear to you?
Yes.
So answer is A here. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. 11th one. Dash is a naturally occurring hardest substance. Yeah, we discussed. What is the answer? Diamond, very good boy. Diamond is a naturally occurring hardest substance. Next, the substance that is reactive is more reactive in the given substances. See there, 4 substances are given. In that, which is the most?
Helium, sir.
No, that is phosphorus. Okay, phosphorus. Among this one, phosphorus is more reactive, and phosphorus, if you put outside, outside normally if you put the phosphorus, if little bit the temperature increases, automatically it will catch the fire. Okay, so it easily catch the fire even in air, just if you put at room temperature also. So that's what here it is stored in. Where the phosphorus is stored?
Water.
Water. Why they store in the water?
Because it's less reactive in water, sir.
It's less reactive in water. If you put outside, it will easily catch the fire. It's more reactive outside. Okay, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now then go to the next one. Comparative properties of metals and non-metals. Which of the following typically have a low melting point? So 4 are given: metals, non-metals, metalloids and transition metals. Okay, so metals means non-metals means also metalloids means what? Which have both metallic and non-metallic nature. Transition metals means a type of metal. They are also metals only, but a type of metal. Okay, now in this one, in this 4, which one has a low melting point? Yes, think. Metals, non-metals, metalloids, transition metal. Transition metals also metals only, but a type of metal. Okay. So now in this, which one is the low melting point? Easily which can melt?
Non-metals.
Very good. The answer is non-metal. Non-metals have the low melting point. Next, they are not sonorous. They are not sonorous. Sonorous means what?
So, it not make sound.
Not make sound. So they are not sonorous. They are poor conductors of heat and electricity. Poor conductor means what?
Electricity, non-metals.
So the answer is what here?
D.
D. Very good. Non-metals is the right answer. Very good boy. Okay. Now then come to the next question. The next question is what? Odd man out. Okay. So now in the following questions, identify the different options from the other 3. Luster, sonorous, ductility, liquid or gaseous state. In this, which one is odd, different from others?
Liquid or gas?
Why?
Because these two are properties of
Metals. Very good. Luster, ductility. So no, these three are properties of metal, but it is not a property of metal. So that is odd man. Okay, very good. Now 17th question you see potassium, calcium, mercury, gold. In this, which one is odd man out? Why?
Gold, sir.
Why?
No, sir, no, sir. Mercury, sir.
Why?
It is in liquid form, sir.
Very good. Remaining all sodium, calcium, gold are solid metals. They are all are metals only here, but all are in solid state. Okay, except the mercury. Mercury is in the liquid state. Yes, very good. Now 18th one, sodium, lithium, iron, potassium. Sodium, lithium, iron, potassium. Here little difficult to you to say. Answer I will say that is iron. Why it is iron? Because do you know about the periodic table? Did you see any time the periodic table in which all the elements are arranged?
Yes, sir.
In that periodic table, except the iron, sodium, lithium, potassium are present in the single column. Where they are present? In a single column. Okay, so all are present in one line, first line only, first column, first group, that's called group. The first group only we can see hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. These are the 7 elements present in the first group. Iron is present in the middle, in the transition, D block element that is. So here odd man is iron. So this is little bit difficult to you. Okay, for your standard it is difficult. Okay, good, no problem. Now come to the next one, carbon, oxygen, boron, silicon. Now in this, which one is odd man? Carbon, oxygen, boron, silicon.
These 4 gases, sir.
The 4 gases, carbon is gas.
No, sir.
Boron. So oxygen is the right answer. Oxygen is a gas here. Carbon, boron, silicon are the solids. Okay? Right. Now in this one you say gold, silver, platinum, aluminium.
Aluminum, sir.
Aluminium. Can you say why?
Yes. Because gold and platinum and silver are in the last, sir.
Last reactive, least reactive. They do not react with any type of water also said no. So aluminium. So very good boy. So out of 20, how many answers you told? Almost you told. Very good boy. Okay. So the 20 out of 20, you are only accepted to 1 or 2. You said all. Very good boy. Now see that this is level 2. Level 2 means what? A little higher knowledge. Okay. So here what happens in the level 2 types of questions? Here as is the questions will not be asked actually what we discussed here. Okay. They are little bit beyond from the textbook, means what we discussed little bit beyond from them. So you have to know answer this one. You have to study beyond little bit what we explained. Is this clear to you? So little bit beyond. Okay. So such type of questions will be given in the level 2 questions. Okay. So but it is easy. Okay. Don't worry. Now this I think in the social only you might have studied. Which metal was used early men in the Bronze Age? Bronze Age. You know that Stone Age. Very good. Copper. So copper is the right answer. Okay. Very good boy. Now come to the next one. In combined state, metals occurs as. Generally, metals they do not available in the nature in their free state. Means what? As it is. They occur in different forms, means they are called minerals. I think you might have studied in the social like minerals and ores. Okay. So from mineral we can extract the metals. So metals generally they are being electropositive, being more reactive. They do not available in the nature in their free state, but they are available in the form of combined state. So most of the metals they are available in the combined state, but mostly in which combined state they are available? Can you guess here?
Oxygen. Oxides.
Oxides, very good. So right answer. Okay, oxides the right answer. Very good here. Avinash, you are telling very good answers. Okay, now next one. A substance that will be flattened on beating with the hammer. So in the which of the following on beating with hammer it becomes like sheet. See there, crystal of iodine, lump of sulfur, piece of coal, zinc granule. Now you say which one can be made into the thin sheets here, which is malleable.
Zinc granules.
Very good, zinc, because zinc is the metal. Iodine is non-metal, sulfur is non-metal, coal is also non-metal. So zinc is the metal. Metals have the malleability property. Yes or no? So very good. Oh, you said all the three answers. You only said here in the second level 4 answers. Oh, very good boy. Okay. Now then come to the next question. Okay. Bujo has learnt that non-metals are beating with hammer or generally broken into pieces. Okay. So non-metals, for example, this is pen. This is a plastic pen. Of course, it is non-metal. If I hit with a hammer, so what happens? Normally, it will broken into the pieces. Can it become a thin sheet?
No, sir.
No. Okay, broken into pieces. Which of the following is a non-metal? Now we are given 4 substances. In that one is non-metal. Iron nail, aluminum wire, copper plate, piece of coal. What's the right answer?
Piece of coal.
Very good boy. Piece of coal. Coal is a not a metal. If you breed it, it crush into the powder. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. Now 26th one. Metals are generally solid. Metals are generally solid at room temperature. But which of the following metal is in the liquid state at room temperature? Mercury, silver, aluminium, sodium. What's the right answer?
Mercury.
Mercury, very good boy. Mercury is a liquid and it is used in the thermometers because they expand on heating. Okay, very good. So that's the 26th question. Very good. Now then go to the next question. Non-metals can exist in which of the following forms? Yeah. So generally non-metals exist in which form? Generally gases, solids, liquids, gases, gases and liquids, generally liquids. What is the right answer?
Solid, liquids and gases.
Very good. Solids, liquids and gas is the right answer. Okay. So very good. So now then come to the next one. The next question is what? Which of the following metal has low density? Low density. In the exceptional case we studied this one. In the exceptional case we studied which of the following metal has a low density? Iron, copper, potassium, silver. Exceptional case we studied, and even you should know this one: iron, copper, potassium, silver.
Potassium, sir.
Very good. Potassium. Potassium is a low density and it is soft. Okay, very good. The metal which has low melting point. Metal, among the metal which has low melting point, this also we studied in the exceptional cases.
Yes.
What is that? Aluminium, sulfur, gallium, nickel. Once think, remind which element we studied in the exceptional cases.
Gallium, sir.
Gallium, very good boy. Oh, you are very sharp here. Okay, you are very good. Now, the poorest conductor among the metal, which is a poor conductor? Here all are metals. Actually, metals are good conductors only, but among them something will be little bit poor. So, which one is a poor conductor of metals in this? Copper, lead, zinc, gold.
Gold.
No.
Lead, sir.
Lead, in this case actually, lead also actually conductor, it melts easily. So, better it is take the zinc. Okay, all are conductors only, but least one among them which has least one. Okay, like that. For example, 4 students are there, all are good studying only, but some subject any one of the students will get little bit less marks, no, like that. Okay, right. Now go to the next. Since metals produces ringing sound, they are said to be what? That property is called
sonorous, sir.
sonorous. Very good. They are called sonorous. Okay. Now, very good boy. You are given two statements, 1 and 2. Select the correct interfere for this. Metals conduct heat. Diamond is the best conductor of heat. Hence, diamond is a metal. Statement 1 is correct. Statement 1 and 2 are correct. None of this correct.
State.
See, metal conduct heat. Is that correct statement or wrong statement?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
No, sir, no, sir, no, sir.
Huh?
Yes,
Metal conduct heat. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity.
yes, sir.
That's the correct one. Now, diamond is the best conductor of heat. Is it correct?
No, sir.
No, that is wrong. Okay. So, the answer is only statement 1 is correct. This is the right option. Okay. Here it is given wrong here. Okay. This is the right answer. Okay. Now that is done. Now come to here. Which changes into vapor state at fairly low temperature? Easily which can changes into vapor also. Okay. So which one? Metal, metalloid, allotropy, non-metal. Which one can easily changes into vapor?
Allotropy, sir.
No. Which changes into vapor state at fairly low temperature? Very easily, means at low temperature, less temperature only they can changes into the vapor. So which one is the correct one? Allotropy is not. Now you give one more option.
Non-metal.
Non-metals are generally they have the less melting and boiling points. So they easily they convert into the vapor at low temperature. Very good. The metal found in liquid state is easy. Already we got it. Mercury. Very good. Now this question you see. When a copper vessel is exposed to moist air for a long, copper you know no copper? Okay. When you place the copper for a long time in moisture means what? Where water vapor is present, water. Okay. Moisture is present in air for a long time. It acquires dull green coating. It acquires a dull green coating. This green material is a mixture of what? Actually, this, it is there for you in the 8th class. In the 8th class, metals and non-metals chapter is there no for you?
Yes, sir.
Is that chapter done in your school?
Yes, sir.
Then you have to say the answer then. That is,
Copper oxide and the copper nickel.
very good. Copper hydroxide and copper carbonate is the right answer. Very good boy. Now, which of the following non-metal is not a ductile? Okay, and this one of the is non-metal, that is not a metal, but it is not a non-metal is not a ductile. So, in this one is non-metal is there and it is not a ductile. Which one that is? In this, which one is a non-metal? See here, zinc, arsenic, antimony and carbon fiber. See the names and say which one is a non-metal here. What is that?
Zinc.
No, zinc is a metal here. Zinc is metal, but they are saying that which of the following non-metal? Which of the following is non-metal is a ductile? Is not a ductile. Non-metal. Zinc, arsenic, antimony, carbon fiber. Okay, here answer is carbon fiber is the right answer. This is not a metal. These are the metals. Okay, these are the metals and metalloids. Little they have the metallic properties. So the answer is carbon fiber. Okay. So that's also very good. So Avinash, you told almost all the answers out of 35. So 36, very good boy. So keep it up and read well. And in the next class also we try to solve some more questions, and then we go to the very important topic of the metals, like how can we get the metals, how the metals are present in the nature, okay, and how can we take them, how can we extract them, what are the methods involved in extracting the metals, okay. So that all we are going to discuss in the next coming classes. Is this clear?
Yes.
Is this today classes fine to you? It's good?
Yes.
Very good boy, okay. Chalo, we leave for today.